And this is telling us that 67% of adults have very little confidence in newspapers. So we're going to randomly select 10 US adults, and we want to know the probability that either exactly 5 have little confidence in newspapers. Then we're going to look at the probability that at least 6, and then the probability that at least 4 would have very little confidence in newspapers. So this is a binomial probability distribution. So we're going to go to Stat, Calculator, and Binomial, and we need to let it know what n is, and in this case we're selecting 10 adults, so n is 10, and the probability of success, or the probability that they will have very little confidence in newspapers, is 0.67. We're just going to go ahead and let it compute, and the first question asks for what's the probability that exactly 5 out of the 10 that we asked would have little confidence in newspapers. So we change this to equals, and this needs to be 5, and that gives us a probability, rounding to 3 decimal places, of 0.133. And then the next part asks, what is the probability that at least 6? Now, the homework has told us that this is going to be the probability that x is greater than or equal to 6. Sometimes you have to figure that out from the wording, but this is greater than or equal to 6. So that would be at least 6. Rounding to 3 decimal places, we get 0.794. And the last part is, what's the probability that at least 4 would have very little confidence in newspapers? So at least is the less than symbol, and this changes to 4, and we get a probability of 0.019.